That's about as precarious as it gets. What a palaver this morning. The idiot millennial bin men, I presume they are because they look to be in their 30s. Early 30s, that's what a millennial is. It's like the Friends generation from 2 decades ago. So we're going to be playing this again. Well, we didn't play it last time because it didn't load, but we're trying the first alternative tap. In the toe set there's like 4 or 5 taps. But yeah, my bin was like 2 doors up the road. Now I suspect my neighbour who brings the gardener every fucking week, it's a good thing she's going to be 90 this year. Ah well, this ain't going on Retrotronics then, is it? There is swearing in this video. Yeah, my bin was 2 doors up the fucking road. Under normal circumstances, that would just be like mild panic for a few seconds when you look out the window and think, where the fuck is my bin? Everyone else has been collected. But now I have to avoid all kinds of fucking arseholes walking on the road. There's another guy with a lorry doing stuff in the house next door to my next door neighbour. The bin was on the other side of her driveway. It's a good thing the bin men don't knock on the door for a £5 or a £10 every Christmas, because I give them their money's worth and then my bin will probably end up in the other road round the corner. So that was today. Now the funny thing is, I uploaded a video yesterday with no swearing, but I had to do that because I can't have a video where I'm swearing explaining why I'm swearing, because people who want to know why most of my videos have swearing in them on this channel, they're not going to watch a video where I start effing and being straight away, or fucking and bastarding. I don't like stupid things like that, effing and being. Shite is the only example. Shite sounds like a regional variation of shit. I think it's up in the north of England. There's a phrase called chava or something like that, which basically means chav. The Londoners have shrunk that down to chav. So that existed before. So maybe shite is like 200 years old thing. Farmer with his, what are those horses called? Shire horses, yes. Pulling his plough in the 1700s. Plough breaks, he's only done a third of the field. He goes, oh shite. Maybe that's how that come about. Now obviously frack is a game on the 364, but it's a swear word on the original Battlestar Galactica in the 1970s. I don't know if okay, it's done the same thing again, I think. I don't know if Buck Rogers, the TV series, is special effects wise, well, production values, not just special effects wise, lower quality than Battlestar Galactica. The thing with Battlestar Galactica is, yes, the John Dykstra special effects are awesome, with the models flying around and everything. Now shoot in, as Boomer famously said. And I don't mean the Asian chick. That was changing things just for the sake of changing it. Starbuck become a woman, Boomer become a woman. Apollo become a little pussy. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't really like much about the 2004 reboot. Especially when the miniseries starts off with an ugly woman playing a Cylon. Some rubbish CGI effects, which technically are not any better than the rubbish blokes in costumes with bits of fucking old frying pan on them. But the helmets were good. Starts off by kissing some guy at the armistice. Oh boy, you can tell I just woken up, innit? Jesus Christ. Coffee was not a good mood. Well, the graphics haven't fucked up yet, so maybe it's still loading, but bit like me clearing the throat of my car, which desperately needs a service. There's no service for humans, mate. What would Jesus do? Well, if Jesus was alive today, he'd cure everyone of COVID-19. And yes, I have nearly finished watching the 4400. I think there's only 3.5 episodes in season 4 left now. I hope that they have actually, there is an end to that series. I hate it when things just end, like Colony. See, there's no point me watching Colony again because it took ages for it to become remotely sci-fi. And then it just stopped, man. It just stopped. The bloody roll up keeps going up. But yeah, you know, they changed all the characters just because. Boomer is a shit character. And why does Apollo and Starbuck have to have sex? Yeah, I don't know, bollocks, mate, it's all shit. Boltar is okay. You know, he's a completely different character, there's nothing wrong with him. The original Boltar, John Colicos, he was awesome in his own way, just like Villa was Michael Keating. I think it's Michael Keating. No, what's his name? Michael something or other. Who plays Villa in Blake 7. Paul Darrow's excellent. Gareth Blake was hamming it up a bit, but he is a Shakespeare actor, so luckily they got rid of him. They never got rid of the other Shakespeare actor in sci-fi, Patrick Stewart. But he didn't write them scripts, they wrote them for that character, so I guess whoever played Jean-Luc Picard was going to be a knob. Biggest problem with Star Trek The Next Generation is all the women are ugly in it. So there's me, in my prime. Now it could be any age between like 13 and 18, so you won't know how old I am. And you know, I'm looking at all these ugly birds on there. At least the original Star Trek, you did have you know, the odd walk-in character who was quite attractive. Plus Data is a tacky 80s reimagining of Spock. I'm sorry, you cannot beat Spock. You can say what you want about any other character in the original Star Trek, but there's nothing wrong with Spock. Plus there was no people from my country in any Star Trek film or TV series. Yeah, I bet when the woman who lives next door to me is going to be 90 this year, when she dies, I bet the people who move in there are going to be even fucking worse. I've got no idea if this is loading. Like I said, there should be sounds. There should be sounds of the disk drive going. There should be sounds of the tape motor going. If you can't be bothered to spend 2 seconds to put a little icon on the screen to say the tape or disc is being accessed. So I think for this room, specifically this plasma TV, the only real use I'm going to get out of it is using it on modern consoles or computers that have an RGB SCART output, or HDMI obviously, but I don't like my PS3 controllers. They're the lightweight ones, they don't have the vibrate thing on them, so they feel like toys from the pound shop, mate. And for the Xbox 360, one of them, I got a newer one. I think it was 60 quid actually. Did come with 2 joypads, blah blah blah. I don't know how big the hard drive is on it. I do have a wired Xbox 360 joypad, the original grey and white ones. I used to use that on my PC to play like PC ports of Xbox 360 games. Now there were 2 games that I really liked on the Xbox 360. Killzone 3 is the last game I really liked on the PS3, but I got stuck. I probably got about halfway through it, but there was this one point I got stuck. I was doing the same thing over and over for like 20, maybe 25 tries, and I kept getting killed at exactly the same point. And I was like, right, that's the end of that. But I did play that on the projector on a massive screen, so that was good. Yeah, it was called Heroes Over Europe, and a sort of prequel to that was Blazing Angels 1 and 2. They were really good actually. I loved them games on the 360, so I ain't got anything against modern games. I never bought a PS4 because it wasn't powerful enough. I'm not going to buy an Xbox ONE, that's how you pronounce it. It's not Xbox One. Xbox One is that huge, enormous, either see-through or fucking dark grey plastic piece of shit the size of a house, which originally came with joypads, the size of a fucking Volvo estate car. But anyway, I don't think this is loaded. Well done, Retro Games. Well done. Another cock up by Retro Games. It seems to be very fussy with tap files, this thing. So that isn't going to load. Yeah, look. It's been going for at least 12 minutes now. I'm going to have to test a version of Frankie anyway. I don't know what this is. Games S Side B. There's no way to know. Gilligan's Gold. Great Escape is rubbish, although it was on loads of compilations. Don't think I've played Grizzle. Let's hope it loads. Come on, Retro Games. Expunge your millennialness, you fucking losers. Will we get loading music? What will the loading screen be like? When is that cunt gonna finish with his fucking power tools in the garden, cocksucker? Anyway. So today I've got to move some more stuff around. Build, how many cabinets I've got to build? 1, 2, 3. I think I've got to build 3 cabinets. see how my dad's feeling, and then you know, as long as I've got the cabinets built, it won't take me long to connect the sink to the the taps to the sink. And I can't really do any more than that. The rest of it is literally, you have to pick up the damn worktop, stick it on there, cut it to size, and off you go. Now I did have to, oh yeah, well, I have to measure the width for the worktop and the depth exactly. So I got the Ocean Loader 3, aka Slap Fight music. I think that was the only game I had with that music. I think that's why I thought for years that was, you know, the only game that had that. Bit like Rambo and Green Beret, I thought it was a bespoke thing, but no. So there's a completely dismembered, rubbishly drawn alien head ripping off, you know, James Cameron's franchise. No, it's not James Cameron. Is it James Cameron? Oh, no, I don't know. I think it's the other guy. Oh God, I can't remember his name now. So Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother, who looks a bit more nerdy, a dismembered alien head floating in deep space, some grey tentacles. Maybe they shouldn't have done a black background, I don't know. It's very slapdash. The quality of the artwork on the Kickstart loading screen is better, and that was a budget game and it was half a decade earlier. There you go, mate, there you go. If ever there was proof we're going to get a shit game out of this, here it is, mate. Now the reason I'm loading tapes is because there's obviously no crack tros, which I can't stand. But obviously there's no trainers either, so I have to actually play the games with a knackered joystick. Obviously, I ain't got any choice, you've got to use this joystick. I mean, what happens if I plug in the joystick from the C64 Mini in one of the other USB things? Do I have to have it plugged in before I turn it on, so it detects two joysticks? And then which one gets selected as joystick 1 and which one gets selected as joystick 2? These are all things that I should really try, and I can't be bothered because I don't really like the T64 or the Mini. The Mini's even worse. Trying to think of a computer the size of like the C64 Mini that actually had a real keyboard. I can't think of one offhand. There is proper keys on the ColecoVision, I think they're called action controllers, are they? There's like a keypad on them, and they're proper like keys, keyboard keys. So wonder why Frankie isn't loading. Have I actually got Frankie Goes to Hollywood in the SD card directory? I have to check that, but I don't know how to play it, to be honest, so it's probably a good thing that it don't load. I am mildly interested to see how bad Grizzle is on the C64. I know it's got the whole, you know, rubbish screen mode. I mean, technically there is 5 screen modes on the C64, but extended colour background mode and you know, regular high-res character-based mode. They're basically the same thing. You lose 75% of your characters that you can display, on the screen. Well, I won't be listening to this Sid tune in my sports car, mate. Hey. What Sid tunes do? Yeah, never you mind, mate. That's none of your business. But I do listen to some. Oi! That's a real bastard, that is. How am I supposed to get over there then? How'd you get back up there? Well, you don't even get temporary invincibility. And unlike a real arcade machine, where you just put in another fucking coin, that's another stupid thing. No continues on an arcade game that's not suitable to be played at home. I tried to jump there. What happened there then? How do you jump? Do you have to press space? Right, fuck you. You can work out a system where I can fucking just push up and jump. Fuck you, mate. Fuck you. I'm definitely not playing that on this shit joystick and having to press the space bar. For a start, I'm using this like a console. Head over heels is isometric, so I don't like it. I have played High Noon, I did check that. Jesus Christ, burn out the motor on your fucking thing. So that's High Noon as well. Highlander is rubbish. I've never played Hook. Good point to cut the video. Well, it isn't actually, but I need a rock. What's that on the bottom there? Oh, that's the bloody bottom of the box. Oh, I thought that was the glass coffee table or something. Right, Christmas movies, Mr. Bean. Or Mr. B, because he does look a bit like Blackadder. It's not a bad title page, the background's a bit weird, but yeah, you only got so many colours on C64, and interesting choice of colours. There's no turquoise in there, which you would see in the sky, I guess. So they probably used all the sprites for that, which is why it's a little bit jittery. Poor show that is. But is there any multiplexing going on? Let's see, because there's more. That is a multicolour sprite, but it's not expanded in any way. Right, so basically you can do one run through of a multi-load cassette game, and if it ever asks you to rewind the game, then you're a bit stuffed with this thing. And Retro Games is a European company. Well, technically you can't say that anymore because Britain isn't in Europe, but anyway, you know what I mean. And you know, games on tape, that is the most iconic part of C64 gaming, although there's not as many loading tunes as you would imagine. If you move out the fucking way, I might be able to read the text, you dumb cunt. But watch out, there are pirates everywhere. And okay. This is what I mean about C64 games as they got later. Some fucking dickheads decided multi-loads just for shit like that. I don't need to know that. That only helps the pirates, don't help anyone. But even if it had useful information, it'd be in the manual. Fucking print it on a piece of paper and cut down the loading. Exactly, mate. Whoever was in charge of these software publishers by then, a bunch of fucking cocksuckers, mate, all of them. There was no need for that. And why does it keep saying press play on tape? Is that for the 1% of annoying little shits who'd press stop on the tape as soon as it stopped? Alright, buddy. Yeah, you're going to move the camera, aren't you? I think you already have, you little shit. Fucking hell. If this was the best game on the C64 ever of its genre, let's say, which should be fair, with this loading system, I would knock it down to 7 out of 10 straight away. Because not only is the loading intrusive, it's excessive, and it's annoying, and it takes too fucking long. So this is bad game design, and I bet you any money it's got BBC micro colours. This better be loading fucking multicolour bitmap mode screens, mate, and 48K's worth of graphic and sprite definition in various VIC2 banks. Right, okay, why can't I fucking stab him? So it's incredibly difficult to just knock out one guy. What is it, a fucking Acorn Electron game? Fuck off, mate. They got fucking mini cannons in a time when there was no such thing. That's bullshit. So I'm guessing we have to get something up there. That's obviously your helper, because I didn't lose any energy. So it's basically turned it into an avoid 'em up. I mean, look at this shit. Look how much energy it takes just to fucking... A pair of bollocks there. There you go. Pair of bollocks and a fucking cock ring. A weird one from, you know, that Tom Cruise film. Ah, there we go. So there's that. So very tricky jumps. BBC micro colours. Colouring out. So, fuck off. Why can't I jump on that one? You fucking bastard. Oh great, fuck off. That better be fucking health. No, didn't look like it. So I can't jump on the top of the tree stumps. Not worth losing your roll up over for, mate. So obviously that's a dead end because you can't. Oh fucking hell. And people wonder why they're swearing on my channel. You have to swear at games like that. Okay, so they throw bananas in, it makes you go a bit faster. I can't get up there. So we have to, fuck off, mate. That is an absolutely shit game, and anyone who says that isn't a shit game, I would never watch one of their videos or listen to any of their comments ever. That is a fucking horrendous game. No, actually I don't want to play Hunchback. It's one of my original games. But I was going to show you that it don't look any worse, and it's like half a decade earlier. I was going to play Mr. Do's Castle. I forgot to download that. Midnight Express is not bad, but it really needs to be on a tap that's only one side. Now hopefully this is such a thing. Now that's obviously if you're going to play the game seriously, which I have to laugh at, considering you know, this joystick is so badly designed. I don't know if it's technically any better than the one that comes with the C64 Mini. Right, technically it is better, but I mean in reality. So when I say technically, you know, well, technically he's a cocksucker. You know, that kind of thing. I don't actually refer to his anatomy in any way when I'm making that statement, and therefore you shouldn't assume. Now, how many roll-ups can I make out of the fag ends there, the butt ends? See, I used to do that because the company I worked for went bankrupt and I couldn't find a job for ages. Save on the old tobacco, and I was smoking less in them days anyway. Don't know why. Blame COVID. What a fucking millennial fuck up. Yeah, exactly, mate. See, up to 2020 I could ignore all the millennial failures. I mean, I could have paid more and got a Mac instead of Windows. I'm sure it's slightly better. Has to be, because it costs 800 quid more for the same spec of, you know, i5 laptop or whatever. So they're charging you about 800 quid for Mac OS there. They're charging you 1.5 times the price of the computer on top, not to have Windows. But anyway. Now this is going to be interesting because I played Midnight Resistance on the SD to IC after eventually finding a version that works on the SD to IC, typical story, blah blah blah. I'm thinking, should I do AVGN style blue screen trailer 3 for the Victacular. I've decided it is going to be called the Victacular because it's too obvious. And I have to change all the text in every new trailer I do anyway, so it don't really matter now. That could be interesting. I'd have to have a little chat about what I thought about the VIC-20. You know, like those rubbish reality shows where they cut to a scene where they're sitting somewhere and they're just talking bollocks. And then they cut back to the action in air quotes. I can't do air quotes obviously because I'm drinking my tea. Making it extra obvious. And there's a cup. Oh, good news. I found some more of those very stylish 2001-ish, I don't mean the year, I mean the movie. Cups, you know, the old Relax cup that broke. found some of the other ones. Well, the music was alright until the blah 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 plinky plonk noise coming. So silence, sound effect. They're not very proud of their sound effects in because they come after silence. I want sound effects. Please, here I take count and then press space. Off you go, mate. Off you go. And yeah, that's one step closer to ticking off the boxes of what I want to see if I can do. It's a one-man operation. Now, I won't be drawing rubbish, you know, felt tip pictures. You know, like Mike Matei used to do. However, I ain't got a problem with Mike Matei. He actually knows more about retro gaming in general, rather than specifically what American delusional parents bought their kids, or delusional kids ask for. But anyway, so the animation is quite nice, the sprites are okay, the backgrounds are as good as you're going to get with greys plus Mattel Aquarius palette, really. Maybe they should have done the windows blue, I don't know. What happens when you get all the keys then? Is it end of level? Yeah, so it's the example of an exception to the rule where games got worse. Because obviously Midnight Resistance couldn't have been converted before it came out in the arcade. That's the only reason it falls out of that remit. But, you know, if you accept the greys and the BBC Micro colours, oh, it's like one hit instant death. I don't like that at all, mate. So we're on a climbing frame in the Central Park playground for the kiddies. Oh, bloody hell, this is not going to happen, is it? See, if I had the zip stick, I could leave that for, you know, I think you meant to get up on the ladder, maybe. No! Ah, bloody hell. Not very good game. You move up and down the ladders too slow for it to be a useful thing. However, it can't be a shit game because I'm not exiting the game. Oh, hang on, it's going to tell me to rewind now, isn't it? Well, it's not going to work. So I can't play this from tape, although there's nothing good about the tape loader there. There's no, I can't remember a loading screen, and there's no loading music that I can remember, so even if they were, they're going to be rubbish. We've done all the match day games, which are shit. Gilligan's Gold is way too hard. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing the scratching post. These scratching posts have been in here for like 6 months. Well, that one has. And they had no interest in them. So it must be called Dragon Ninja. Oh no, that's Imagine, isn't it? Well, there's an A on the end there, so I'm presuming that means side A and side B, so I won't really be able to play that. However, I don't think we're going to be getting very far in this game. So anyway, that's my whole point. That game there. I mean, I'm not really sure where all the 64K is going to have a multi-load there. If you're going to have a multi-load, you might as well use colour RAM. I think even if you use colour RAM, you're limited. So that probably does use colour RAM. By such a slow-paced game, there's no way you couldn't double buffer to 8 kilobyte, bitmap multicolour screens. No way at all there. And that means you can change 2 of the 4 colours in every character block, which is what art packages use. They use that screen mode, and if they offer high res, it'll be high res bitmap mode, which is ZX Spectrum mode. Now, I did like the Robocop music, although this is the Batman music, because the wow wow bit at the beginning. Because I got that on a demo of Robocop on the Zap 64 sampler, the first one. Yeah, there was no high-res overlay or anything on the sprites either on Midnight Resistance. Right, buddy, you want some Webbox? Adamski had your food by the time I made my tea. He jumped up on the big pedestal and he was munching away like there's no tomorrow. So we got Michael Schumacher's brother there, who's been going to the gym even more than... He was the person who used to be most fanatical about going to the gym. There was one. Yeah, I can't remember who it is now. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Formula 1 is shit now. One of the best drivers has been forced into an utterly shit fucking Aston Martin. Yeah, their car was shit, mate. And the other thing with Formula 1 is if BMW is the ultimate driving machine, which they stopped being about a decade ago, some of their cars are front wheel drive now, and I don't just mean the Mini. The one and the new 2 Series will be front wheel drive. They should be in Formula 1 and they're not, but Mercedes is. And Mercedes are basically, well, they were about a decade ago, for people who hate driving and have very delicate bones. Maybe they've got osteoporosis, I believe it's called. Brittle bone disease, as we working class people call it. And I am working class. I worked. And I got enough money to retire before COVID-19 was a thing. Yeah, this is a bitmap multi-load screen because there's 2 shades of grey and brown. Now you wouldn't be able to have that if it was character based. So that had to load up about 8 kilobytes. I don't know if they use compression. But yeah, you know what? There are games like Midnight Resistance technically on the C64, and arcade games are not great anyway, because if you don't get unlimited continues, which you do in reality, if you're a kid and you're playing Commando and you spent 20p and you almost got to the next level, you'd say fuck the sausage in batter and chips and can of Pepsi, and probably a curly whirly from the sweet shop on the way home, and you'd have another 4 goes on Commando. And if it was a weekend and you just got your pocket money, if you loved Scramble, there's no reason you wouldn't have had 25 goes of Scramble with your pocket money as a kid. That's the thing, yeah. Now the youngest age I remember being sent off to the chip shop, by myself, I might add. I was 8 years old because we just moved into our new house, and yeah, we had a lot of work to do. I can't remember what that house looked like. I sort of remember what it looked like when we'd like knocked out a couple of walls here and there, but I can't remember what it looked like. No. But I remember my bedroom from the house before. That had that, you know, white textured wallpaper, which is like, you know, grains of rice in paint that you painted on the wall, and sort of royal blue kind of carpet. Now I know the underneath of the bed was open, which was unusual for that time. I couldn't tell you if it was a wood or you know, metal frame, but I did used to both shine my torch under the bed, because I was fascinated with torches when I was a little kid, and also light matches under there. I got caught lighting the matches, so yeah, anyway. Oh no, it's joystick port 1, we tried it already! Ah, bollocks. I was looking forward to playing that. So again, that's a failure with this thing, although if you upload the very latest version of firmware, I think there is some cockeyed, like, it was the other basketball game that I needed to change to joystick port 1. Athena's rubbish, Gallivant's rubbish, Magmax is... Oh, Psycho Soldier, that's what I was thinking of. Well, I only really like the arcade, and I only really like the arcade because of the music, and I only really like the music when it's sung in English, because I don't speak Japanese, nor should I have to. And that's why there was 2 versions of the arcade. Bloody hell, I hate this menu, it's so shit. Now I don't want to play Rastan. All the Renegade games are shit, maybe for different reasons. And the crack of Renegade 2, one of the few that works on the SD to IC that I found, don't seem to work properly. You get stuck at, like, I think it's level 2 or 3. Nah, not Salamander. Da. Keep pressing the wrong button for the menus. There we go. FA Cup, something or other, so that's version 1. The other one is Ricochet. I probably played it though. I think that's Fabulous Wonder. Falklands 82 sounds suspiciously like one of those games knocked up a decade ago. PD quality, you know. I don't think I've ever played Fast Food, but it's not really. Fearless something of Doom. Is that the 5th axis? Or is it? Yeah, because it's a 4th protocol. It could be 5th gear though, although I think that's spelt with a 5 usually. Doesn't look like a loader for a French game, but I could be wrong. Does look more like a racket loader. They had loaders like this. Some of the games I want to play that I never had before, it's extremely difficult to find the tape. Well, you get to see Invadey loader, so there's that. The control method is slightly sticky and the joystick together make it really difficult. I had trouble playing this on Vice actually. Ah, damn you. They fire a lot of missiles though. Those little red zigzags there, they look like the shots that they fire on Galaxy Invader 1000. Better get out of here, man. Alright, Aslan, what does that mean? Rubbing your stink on my shoulder. Or elbow either. Ah, man. Yeah, this definitely isn't 5th axis. This has got to be 5th gear. Or something else. This car's not 5th axis. So I don't know if it just stopped there. Okay, it's neither, it's the 5th quadrant. So there you go. See? Would you rather stare at a screen for 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes, with no music, just a blank screen, to play the disc version of this game, if it exists, or play a bit of Space Invaders, maybe not a great version, maybe it's just acceptable, and some nice music from Rob Hubbard while you wait for the game to load. I'll let you decide, but I know which I prefer. Wasn't really worth getting a disc drive for the C64 if all you did was, I may have played this game. Well actually that's just reminded me I want to play Highway Encounter now. We must be, alright, yeah you can. I'm sure I've played this game but maybe not. Right, okay, so this one definitely goes into the category of we'll come back to later. I'll get back to you on that one. Because I don't really know what you're supposed to do if I'm honest. That looks like an exit, possibly. Oh yeah, it was an exit. Trapdoor, which I never used to watch as a kid. So he's not actually firing, or is he? No, he isn't as such. It's halfway between throwing something very pathetically, like a limp-wristed millennial. I was going to say, have we run out of fucking things now? Yeah, we've run out of things. Ah, crap. There's a plug on the wall, you'd think it'd do something. But, no, it seems to be running out of energy. You can't go in there. We've been in there. So I'll go back here. It's an alright game. The graphics are okay. They're no worse than any 1991, you know, arcade conversion. Well, now we're completely stopped. What's he doing? Is he bumming you? Okay, well this is a bit stupid, so maybe we won't come back to that. Highway Encounter, I said, yep. Now I have memories of playing Highway Encounter on the CPC. There's one time when we were getting quite far in it and I was supposed to go home by 5 o'clock for me dinner on a Saturday. I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. He may have just bought Highway Encounter in the shop And I probably bought nothing that week. I couldn't buy a game every week. As soon as they became £10, it was a game about once every 2 or 3 weeks, full price game. Depends if I save my Mastertronic money over those 2 weeks or not, or at least one. So yeah, we were getting really far, and I was supposed to go home, and by the time I did go home it was already got dark, and my parents went a bit apeshit. Although when I was 8 years old, I'm pretty sure, definitely when I was 10, when my uncle came over after he finished his 3-month shift working abroad, he had a stopover in London before going home. So he used to just stay a week or whatever. Still got the cassettes of yeah, start the loading process, Mad Commodore, and then talk bollocks, not the other way round. Yeah, he bought me some Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds double cassette copy of that thing. I still have them, and I actually know where they are. I could go and grab them right now if it wasn't such a pain in the arse getting into the second living room. But yeah, he used to give me like a £1 coin. I think it was a £1 coin. And it might have been a £1 note. And he used to say, get me spare ribs and you know, chips from the fish and chip shop. Pork spare ribs, not lamb. I think lamb spare ribs is an anathema. Sorry. Although pigs are just as intelligent as you know, sheep. But anyway, I digress a bit. And he'd say keep the change, and there was a fair bit of change. And I have a very vague memory of taking the change, going in either the corner shop, which had quite a good selection of sweets, or the sweet shop, a few shops up either side of the actual chip shop, next to the kebab shop, which is only about 4 or 5 doors away from the chip shop. Getting sweets there, and then coming home, I'd have the sweets. I was quite happy to go and get my uncle his stuff. He used to call me Aslan. So there you go, mate. So I don't know what that's got to do with me calling my cat Aslan. That's down to the movie, but anyway. Yeah, I know you're thinking that. Why didn't I tell you that Aslan is just Turkish for the word lion? Well, I just assume people watching my channel know these things, mate. I don't think it's loading anything at the moment. But anyway, the point was, we were playing Highway Encounter on this CPC, and we got quite into it actually. Now, I hate the C64 version. They could have easily done it like the Amstrad or Spectrum version, but they've gone for these really horrible multicolour sprites. They're shit. Now if you replace them with the original high-res sprites, that's fine. Pedigree, more like pedigree chum, mate. It's dog meat, dog food. I pressed 2 and the music stopped and then it changed. Let's have a demonstration so I can slack off the graphics. Yeah, your robots look absolutely shit. And so do the aliens actually. They do not look... I mean the background is... I'm going to have to check that. Is that in multicolour mode? I'm not sure actually. I'm trying to see something that is multicolour and compare it with the size of the pixels for the other bit. Yeah, fuck it. Hang on. Have a quick look there. to tell. Because of the angle that they're drawing everything. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, where it says demo mode, that is high res on the top of the screen. Yeah, the backgrounds are a straight conversion of the BBC micro, the Spectrum graphics, which is correct. So this is a classic example of a game I won't play on the C64. I would only play it on the Amstrad. Maybe the Spectrum version is fine, but I only have nostalgia for the Amstrad version because I never bought it for the C64. Thank God. What cock up that conversion was. Fucking pedigree chum software cocksuckers. But they had to shrink that down to just pedigree software. Right, okay, so you have to press a button twice, whatever it is, so that's basically what you got to do. You got to control them. I think you got unlimited shots. I'm saving that. I'm using it like a shield, like in Total Recall. How many? Yeah, how many of these things have we got actually? Should be able to go straight through. Oh, there's a bit of glitching. Considering it's not scrolling while it has to calculate them things. So I wonder if there is any sprite multiplexing going on at all. Maybe there is, but it don't look like it. So you can't shoot them things, so you have to release them at just the right time. So it's actually a very interesting game, actually. And they don't really change their position, so actually get ready in it. Oh, we lost one. Oh, see, you got to get up there now. Oh no, I've lost a robot. Oh, crap. So you got to get ahead of them. So it's a good game actually. I do like this game. I just don't like the C64 version. I think it's shit. Well, as soon as I move that out, see, I can't move him out of the way. That's the whole point. That thing. So it's basically like Falling Down with Michael Douglas. So you get 5 lives, and you've got to take them all with you, which is quite realistic actually. Yeah, I want to play that on the CPC, so we better start building some cabinets today, innit? I don't know what Highway 2 is actually. Not playing Hexpert. Hexenkutsche is, I believe that's German for cauldron, so I won't be playing that. That's on the list of games for the 1979 decorated bedroom. Well, I've only got 4 episodes of the 4400 to watch, and I've watched about 20 minutes of one of those, so might watch Falling Skies. Trying to think of games by English software. Wrong one. Games by software publisher. So, what else did Electric Dreams do? Super HO. What the hell does that mean? Star Raiders 2 is shit. R-Type is shit. Rocky Horror Picture Show is shit. I don't know if I've played Nuclear Nick. Or Karnov is terrible. I can't be bothered to load it just to slag it off. I tried all the others. Oh well. Back to the Future may be an okay game for the time, but it's quite a complicated game. It's not the kind of game I'd play today. And we're supposed to be doing English software. Yeah, alright, we have to do it like this, because I've done most of these. I don't want to play night games. I keep pressing the wrong button for that. Gremlins, check out Gremlins. I don't want alternative world games, that's multiple discs. Oh, although I think you can. Did I ever find a version of Motor Massacre that worked? See, I don't know that. They didn't actually do that many games. Must be a lot of games. They must be D81 images then. Right, okay, so that's spelt like that, right, okay. Let's see if it's in here. No. There is no tape dump of Fifth Axis. See, things I worked out how to play that, and now I've forgotten, because that was like 5 months ago. But I did work out, there's 2 ways you can play that game, which is quite unique. So, I think you just have to collect the things as well. And then you walked off onto the bonus level. And the bonus level is a bit tricky. It's a bit like Formation Z on the Famicom. Now, what C64 centric YouTube channel would know that? Never mind just a Famicom game. Oh, it's like Donkey Kong on your Famicom. Yeah, everyone knows that, mate. Formation Z. Anyway. I do like that game though, that's the problem. I know loads of people don't like it, but I actually like it. But I want to play it on a CRT and a large CRT, so be yonks before the breakfast room is sorted out. What other bullshit did I have in here then? We've played the Blues Brothers, I think. I think I did find a copy that worked. F7 to start is a game where you have to press F7 to start it, and it's not obvious. Yeah, see, there's loads of entire you know, entire groups of games on single discs, which don't really work on this thing. The Jet Boot Jack was, yeah, let's do the tape version of Jet Boot Jack. So I did have Jet Boot Jack. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any kind of like loading screen, let alone loading music. Doesn't appear Jet Boot Jack is there. Oh, there we go, because they've labelled it like that. Ingenious shit, I've tried that. I'm seeing if there's anything else that you lot might prefer me to play. No, I have actually played most of these. Jet Boot Jack it is then. How long was the other video? What time is it now? It's only 10 past thingy. Ah, you know what? We have a bit of a break, I think, because the batteries started flashing the warning. Well, the battery hasn't. The camera LCD. Here we go. Gonna have about 10 minutes on this. And then I've got to go and turn my soup off. Slut. Is it joystick port 1 game? I'm pressing F3, nothing's happening. That's enough. Is that working? Yeah, see, it only does that for a certain amount of time. Yeah, you don't want to be crushed up the top there, innit? These ones take a bit of time, so oh, that's a bit risky, Now technically I shouldn't be playing this game, because I did actually have it back then. Let's wait for that to go and then come out again. Ah, damn it. So at least you don't have to collect the stuff again. I would have played this with a quick-shot turbo, so it's not the best joystick in the world. Actually, I could go over there, that'd be quicker, wouldn't it? Only marginally though. Oh no, I've done it again. It's like when you're ducking in BC Bill, you see. Oh no, I've done it again. Fiendish game. Oh, and the music is running out. And the music, music. I don't know what that's from actually. No, I was pressing the button. What's going on there, man? It's all about the music branch. You have to wait for this bit, so that's a bit crap. Yeah, it seems to take ages now, doesn't it? Come on, come on. We're out of music. What's my old dinner's doing? Hang on. Yeah, let's have another go. Oh, you gotta wait for the music to stop. P for prick, useless prick. There we go, yeah. Waiting for that one to go up. I'll just do it this way, innit? And you've got to watch out for that one. Oh. Didn't really want to do that. Well, we've got another level done. So, yeah, see, once you know, like the plan, once there's a plan, as Hannibal would say. Why can't I go over that bit? I was pressing the fire button actually. Right, so there's something weird going on with that. Gotta be careful of that. He's not going under there. So I'm doing something wrong there. Ah, come on, mate. Well, good news is my soup isn't going to burn. Press the button at the wrong time. Damn it. So why can't I get them ones down there? See, it's a universal time limit on this game. Hang on, maybe you're not supposed to move. Maybe he's killing me because I touched the tracks. Ooh, we come back to that. We'll have one more go. Switch off my suit. Yes. I do like brutal cuts when it comes to cutting videos together. Anyway. From that film with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Jude Law. No man likes Jude Law. That's what metrosexuality is, bruv. Liking Jude Law, that's all it is. Yeah, if you like my channel, you probably like Phone Shop. It's one of my favourite comedies. Yeah. I did have this game back then, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I incorrectly said yesterday I only have 2 portable CRT TVs as opposed to monitors. I actually have 3, but they are all still Sony's. One's from the late 70s, one from the mid 80s, and one from the start of the 90s. Ooh, that was a bit risky. This is a bit tricky to play while smoking, actually, I have to say. See, I don't trust that one. I wasn't keeping an eye on when it's going up and down. Oh, bloody hell, not already. So you got to keep the fires burning with the old music, innit? Yeah, I know, mate. I know. Don't you worry, sir. Ooh. So the collision detection is quite nice. It's not pixel perfect. Oh man. Still, I've only wasted 1 life getting onto the bit I need to get onto. I could have gone down on that one actually. I think these should go down around the same time. There it goes. Come on, mate. I think you move with it, so... Oh, actually, you can collect them things. Got to be pretty accurate on that bit. You got to wait. The old classic waiting for the elevator business. There you go. Alright, they're bonus things. Right, okay. Got to knock out the smoke alarms. Because they're bloody annoying when you're making beef burgers, isn't it? So you go up there. Roll up was burning me fingers. Nothing I could do about that. Oh, we've got to wait for this one now. So I don't think you get stuck. I mean, there's no particular way that you have to do it. Apart from not lose your life. Oh no, that one goes up and that one goes down. So we stock up a bit on the old musical notes, innit? We have to wait there. Yeah, it doesn't go up that much, but then we haven't collected. Ah no! Oh no! Should really play it on the Atari as well, back to back. But no, I made the Atari 800 full size. Now, to be quite honest, you could probably use the core of this thing, if you could flash it, to have like you know, like different emulators on there, I guess, as long as they're available for that version of Linux. Let's check out jamming. I think this is task set. I'm not sure actually. It might be joystick port 1. There is that. I haven't even investigated in what you do to upgrade the firmware on this. I'll have to see if there's a nice video on what the upgrade is like, what's different, what's added. But I should put it on there. So at least then for the C64, you don't have to mess about with joystick port 1 and 2. Yeah, my soup is still boiling actually. The carrots weren't quite soft enough. So how long's this been going? 6 minutes 47 seconds now. There we go. Should be able to make at least one roll up out of these stubs. Oh yeah, I remember I used to be a bit of a risk taker. I used to walk to the garage at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's about 1 mile round trip. I'd say it's half mile there and half mile back. I had to cut across 5 roads to get to the main road where it is. It actually is probably a mile and a half. Wouldn't do that now, not just because that was a nice area that I lived in, but there was foxes up the yin yang. I used to see the foxes all the time. I think that's why I stopped doing it. I was like, right, make sure you're not going to run out of tobacco. If you are, make sure you get down the off licence round the corner before the foxes take over the planet. And I wish they bloody would, mate. They do a better job than Boris the cunt. That's what I'm going to call him. You get Boris Blade in Snatch, Bullet Dodging Tony, and we got Boris the Cunt Johnson. And that fucking pussy from the Labia party, who probably spends more time doing his hair than trying to sort out the COVID mess. And it is a fucking mess, mate. And people wonder why I swear, mate. They really do. Well, this is going to be a shitload up. There's not even any flashing lines, so off with the camera. If I can find a bloody button. Where's the button? This game is sponsored by the WMRC. Has their seal of approval too. No, it's joystick port 1, is it? Am I actually playing? I don't think I'm playing the game now. That's a shame. It looks quite an interesting game. It looks graphically don't look all that, but didn't stop people who fell in love with Bruce Lee on the C64 from falling in love with Bruce Lee on the C64. See what games come under this. Ocean Ninja, the Odyssey Trojan Warrior, I guess that is. Is that a multi-load? Oh No by Firebird. Have we played Oh No? Why are there copies of Ollie's? Don't know if I played Ollie's Follies. Is that Ollie and Lisa 2? No, Ollo is different. So where's Ollo 1 then? Ollo's up there. You knob mad Commodore. Yeah, the soup did not burn. Don't worry. Came out quite nice actually. Damn you. If I had some baguettes it'd be really nice, but right. It's one of these games. Now the trouble is you have to play this music loud, otherwise you can't appreciate it. Yeah, see, the thing is, Sid does some fabulous renditions of reed-based instruments and harpsichords. You have to have the volume up quite high to get that nice sort of sound out of it. It's only when you turn the volume up that you appreciate it. So I'm guessing Americana is US gold. I mean, it's the same bloody loading music. Dee 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 dee. These are the early US gold games that, you know, I associate this music with. So as you can see clearly, this is not going to take 10 minutes to load. Probably take like 30 seconds after the countdown goes off. Because it's got to load over the SID data and SID music playing routine and the 1 kilobyte screen mode and the code that's doing this at the moment, I guess. So technically it might be two different loaders. When we get to block 0, it might run what is loaded so far, blank the screen, and then have another load instruction to load data into a specific part of memory. So there you go, mate. Yeah, see what I said. Oh, they've just left the they've just left the character-based screen mode right there. This is not an ideal situation. They allowed you to put, you know, small JPEGs for the cassette cover for each of your own files, which the Amiga 1000 did automatically with a .info file for every other kind of file. I may have played this. So I'm guessing you have to collect all the hard hats. So go there. I haven't even checked to see what the button for jump is. I assume you can jump, but yeah, maybe you can't actually. Oh no, that was a mistake. I assumed you couldn't fall off the edge, but hey, stupid me, eh? So there's a bit of badly programmed inertia going on. So, oh no, I'm not going to make it that time. There we go. So that doesn't line up in the way that Manic Miner does, so we'll have to do it like this time, I guess. Wow, that's a fiendish jump. It's like doing the high jump on summer games. Okay. I keep falling off the damn edge. Must be my vertigo kicking in, innit? I wonder if you can drop from here that much. Will it let you? I bet it won't. No. It's just too small. Yeah, you got to account for the badly coded in inertia. So that's not going to be enough time to do that. And it does go all the way right to the end actually, so... Oh, that's a bit risky, that was. So you're going to have to do the jump again, so you can't fluke the jumps. Whether you like it or not, you have to be able to do them. Ooh. Oh, actually, not necessarily. Ooh. It is what it is. Very early game though. Well, there's a key this time, not hard hats. What do the keys do there? Can you actually go through them if you have the hard hat? Is that what that's all about? Oh, damn it. Well, I suppose you have to go that way, but how would you go down? so you have to wait at least once. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Does that mean I can walk through them? Yes, it does actually. Oh, right. Learn something new every day. I'm worth a shit for once. So, okay. I do need to get that key from there for some reason. Ooh, you can't get back up there. Oh no. I was going to say, how would you get back up there then? Because they're the same height, them two there. So you can't really mess it up. So already by level 2, you've got a make or break situation. So this is no manic minor, sir. No, sir. Turning into the Incredible Bulk. You thought I was going to say Hulk. But I'm not green, innit? I'm more of a sort of golden colour. The Golden Osiris. Yeah, that'd make a great game. Not. So where's Ollie and Lisa 2 then? So that's Ollie and Lisa. And that's Ollie and Lisa 3. What was the second one called then? First one was Shilmore Castle or something. I don't know what any of these are. On-field football, I think. I'm not playing one-on-one. I did have it and it's rubbish. I think I got international basketball after that, so it really, I never played one-on-one again. I think it come on Areola soft release. Operation Swordfish, let's try that. And the Swordfish is quite a good movie. Unfortunately, one of my cats dribbled on it, so, and I don't mean from the mouth. The Matthew M. Evans, whoever he is, I don't know. Right, so, well, we got soup, but we ain't got back yet. It's a disaster. I don't like having soup without bloody bread. What ho, chaps, Operation Swordfish. An enemy invasion fleet is steaming towards the Mediterranean coast. Your mission is to intercept and delay or destroy the convoys which make up this fleet. Each convoy is protected by torpedo-carrying fairy swordfish aircraft and a submarine. Would you like instructions? I'd like to see a different font that isn't built into the C64 character ROM. That's what I'd like to see. You know, give me a bit of hope for this particular battle. No, sir. Oh, bloody, I only pressed it. Is it loading? Is it actually going to load now? I've got no idea what it's doing. Is it a basic game and it's redefining the graphics now? Is it still loading things from tape? Do not buy the C64 full size. Yeah, buddy, let me move those across for you a little bit. There you go. There you go. Come on. Trust you to get the big piece. Hey, there you go. Yeah, got to make it as easy as possible for him to eat. He's going off his food a little bit. Now, 2 things. I'll just get these in quickly. 1, COVID-19 is a man-made weaponized virus because it's a bit suspicious that it goes straight from bats, presumably, whatever the source animal is, straight to humans. However, it does not affect cats, dogs or monkeys. If you've got a pet monkey, you should really start thinking about having kids. Possibly adopting, I don't know. Second thing is, I just made another brilliant soup, and the only unhealthy thing in there is a heaped teaspoon of shit. No. think it's bread flour, might be self-raising, doesn't matter. There is no oil in that at all, no processed meats of any kind. It's just vegetables. But I say roasted the peppers, I actually forgot them in the oven. Luckily, they weren't burnt. They got nice. So I add a bit of smoked paprika to there, and you chop them up, and you get a good advantage to, what are you doing, mate? Good, not advantage, alternative to some pieces of chopped smoked ham or bacon in your pea soup. And it tastes delicious. And actually, if I don't have any sort of bread with it, which won't be very filling at all, then yeah, that's pretty healthy. So this is an unusual game because it does what the VIC-20 does. It runs a program which is basically the instructions, so it saves the memory. I doubt very much this is a 63.5K game. Seeing as the screen and all the registers take up about 2K, even if you don't use colour RAM, maybe 1.5. You know, you're never going to have a game more than about 62K on the C64. Oh, and you can't mess about with the first 100 registers. Can't store any data in there or run your programs in there. That includes all your sprite data and background tile data. Press any key to start. Good luck, mate. Right. Obviously you're thinking those are very blocky bollocks on the bottom of the screen. No, the status panel's not that bad. It's not any better in Beachhead, really. I think I have played this game actually, and I couldn't really work out how to do it. Colonel Osiris. Ah, you can't have a space, you bastard. Nah. MB Games, I wish me. You don't see any trails for like your torpedo or anything like that. So you have to kind of guess how long it takes. That's a bit of a really dumb thing to do. So he's kind of working actually. Keep at it, MADCOMMODORE. The war effort needs you. Your country needs you. Oh, that's never going to make it there, is it? Oh, it did. But how do I stop them shooting at me? I see it's game over. If you press space, do you... that's a really interesting game actually. I do like this game. I need to investigate this game more. So... yeah, now the second thing is I'd never do a food channel, even though I make amazing food if you actually want to lose weight and not have to eat bland, boring shit food. I was watching the Great British Jerk Off with what's his name, Paul Hollywood. Anyway, it's obviously the Great British Bake Off, and they were making vegan sausage rolls. These were the most shit vegan sausage meat they ever made. So yeah, I don't really think Yeah, there's a lot of things you can use to make, you know, fake sausage meat. And yeah, well, if you can't find vital wheat gluten, which is quite important, you can make it yourself. You just wash the dough. But even if you don't want to do that, there are ways. Now, obviously, hot dogs are easier to do than actual, you know, pork sausages, because I can't think of anything that tastes like pork. But I can get a chickeny sort of flavour. That's very easy. I can get a sort of lamb kind of flavour, mild shoulder lamb, not leg of lamb. That's dirt. What is Olo, and is Olo 2 better or worse, and do I really care after playing Olo? We shall see. Now, the reason I'd never do a cookery channel is because I'm not interested in teaching millennials how to avoid the sorts of diseases that will make them susceptible to COVID-19, which they spread the fuck out of, so it's their own fault. Oh god, the cat's moved the camera again while I've been away. Speaking of which, we got to watch that film with Benny's dick comes in batches. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, that's how I remember his name. I won't forget it now, I guarantee you. What's that bloke? Looks like one of them scientists on the Muppets with a really slim, long face and a tuft of hair on the top. Oh, I saw a great clip for the Muppets using like a mainframe computer system. And it isn't on YouTube, but I can't remember what program I was watching and that clip was in there. It was just inserted as a clip. It might have been that documentary with Bill Hurd narrating the Commodore Wars. Something like that, the 8-bit Wars Commodore era. I don't know, it's really good. I haven't watched the extra that come with that, which is, you know, like a 55-minute interview with Jack Tramiel. I have this thing where if I know people are dead, I find it really difficult to watch something with them in there. Thank fuck Doc Brown and Marty McFly are still alive. And he's a little bit better than he was about 10 years ago with his Parkinson's, so they're making some progress. Obviously Doc Brown was old. He was in like 70s stuff, he was. Yeah, Taxi I think was late 70s, and he wasn't particularly young there, but yeah, so Back to the Future is definitely a film I'm going to watch when I've done enough of the house before Christmas. Yeah, I'm afraid the Rescue on Fractalus, and definitely the Ghostbusters Christmas specials, yeah, they're fucked. I won't have enough of the house done. It's not just my bad health, my poor dad in his 80s is not doing too well with his joints and stuff at the moment, so I thought that was seagulls outside for a minute. Maybe it was. I'm not loading it again. Oh, it's a weird game. This is a game that reminded me of Project Buzzbar on the Amiga, which is written in Blitz Basic. It was on the Amiga format cover disc, along with Insectoids, which is pretty good too, actually. It's really difficult to avoid them. I can't describe it, there's like a weirdness to the controls. It's not inertia, it's something else. They're trying to do like a parallax effect for the way they move. So up and down is fine, you don't move particularly fast. Thank fuck, don't need a rapid fire. Finally a game I might be able to sit and play for more than 2 minutes. risking it actually. I mean the graphics must change. Ah, bloody hell. The strain on the old USB joystick here is massive. Massive, sir. See, they also change direction willy-nilly as well. Now, if it was the SD to IC, it probably would have crashed by now. But I would have been enjoying it more with a zip stick. Oh, there's no weapons power-up or something. If ever a game needed weapons power-ups, it's this one. Oh, he goes towards you, that's why. That actually helps, because when you're trying to avoid the other things coming towards you, he's still lining up with you. Maybe he's a bit of a suicide thingy. Maybe it's illegal to call them kamikaze now. Ah! The background didn't change. That's not bad. I'm going to come back to that with a zip stick. See if I can get further. See if the background's changed. Alright, well, to answer your question, which you never asked, I do want to see what Arlo 2 is like now. Is it going to be Empire Strikes Back, or is it going to be RoboCop 2? Who knows, sir? So yeah, I know I make a specific type of food. Actually, I don't do just vegan or just vegetarian food. If you actually added some minced beef to my cottage pies, if you weren't avoiding eating that kind of processed stuff, then you'd really like it. You'd think this is great, especially if you like shepherd's pie as well, which is made from minced lamb. I don't agree with eating lamb. It's very difficult for me to eat lamb. Arlo 2 Part 2. Well, I don't think there was... yeah, we can't go back to the file menu without resetting the computer, or, well, exiting the game, which effectively does reset the computer. It just hides it from you. Your camera's lined up well enough for this dead channel. Yeah, I think I was watching the GTA video that goes live tonight, and the one about when I managed to find a non-scratched replacement copy of GTA San Andreas. Apparently it cost me £4 in kegs. And it did have all the instructions and everything, which I already had though. I just had to scratch this. But mine was a platinum edition and it was scratched, so you could only play it for like 15 minutes. So yeah, that goes live tonight. Yeah, I used to go keks all the time. Not anymore. You fill your keks, mate, at the thought of going on a bus to, you know, the shopping centre. What the hell is this shit? So yeah, you know, my food isn't all vegan at all. I make proper sausage rolls. I just make sure they come out like Greg's sausage rolls, or any bakery actually. When I used to go to the Pound Bakery, because you know, everything was a pound or less in there. Pound, Jackie, pound. Bet you don't remember that video. But I did get me two top of the range C9 Sony Betamaxes for £6 for both. One was a fiver and the other one was £1. Although the one that was a fiver was mint condition and it had the remote control with it. I think I sold that for £120. The other one I could only get about £80 for. But I still got some Betamax tapes I recorded stuff on them with. Oh, that's a nice touch, a sense of humour there, nearly there. Sean Southern's got a sense of humour. You can see it in his early 8-bit games. So yeah, there's the sausage rolls, but yeah, it goes for anything. I'll make my own Black Forest Gâteau. I'll make my own savoury and sweet muffins. They're really easy. Let's go, sir. Okay. Ooh. Oh no, no, sir. It's a slow version of Z or Z by Rhinoceros. Wow, and the scrolling is jerky now when it changes direction. It's not good. Right, you don't point the way you've got to go. You steer with the left and right on the joystick, i.e. rotate your craft, and forward and back adds or subtracts your kinetic energy of motion. Now I don't know what you've got to do. There's things flashing and flying over and does nothing. So it is literally a knockoff of Z by Rhinoceros. So too much dithering going on with the green as well. Maybe they should have gone with medium grey. What the hell? Seem to be losing energy. So I don't know what you've got to do on that one. The other one was straightforward. So yeah, that's Robocop 2 days. That certainly is not Empire Strikes Back. On balance it's better, but Star Wars is iconic. So due to nostalgia, if you saw Empire Strikes Back first and then Star Wars, you know what I mean. I'm not calling it episode 4 like a fucking knob. Then you'd probably, well, I would prefer Empire Strikes Back. And it was all around that time when Blade Runner came out as well. Blade Runner came out before Return of the Jedi. Operation Whirlwind, let's give that a go, eh? Ooh. So now that I've got something loaded, we know it's joystick pulled too early on. That's a good thing, that is. But yeah, like I said, I make great foods, mate. Great foods. I hate washing up. That is the only problem. See, the downside, the washing up is my kryptonite, and being able to make really nice stuff, all the stuff that I like to eat at home, you know, even if it's just better but not any more healthy, if you see what I mean. I make haddock and chips at home, and it's better than the one that I get, you know, from the chip shop. The nicest chip shop remotely near me that I know of. Kebabs are non-starter there. If you don't live in a place where there's loads of Cypriot kebab shops that know what they're doing and make their own kebabs from scratch, then you're a bit fucked, really, as far as that goes. Which means I can make better doner kebab at home. Because on a bad day, the stuff you get there is like the frozen kebab meat you get in farm food. Sure as hell will give you the shits, I reckon. Be very careful with that. But I wouldn't eat that. Not that it's fucking anything with kidney in there, would be it pie or pudding is something I'll ever eat. Although I suspect Sainsbury's steak pies were being cooked, or the sauce for them, the gravy, was being cooked also for the steak and kidney pie. There is a hint of something in there. I know what kidney tastes like. See, when I was at school, that was the school dinner for the day. If you didn't like it, go hungry. So there you go. And late 70s, early 80s kind of school dinners, you know, for things like chicken pie or whatever, they were certainly, what's that mean, old gamer? Hit trigger for level 0. Turn 1. No, please not turn based. Next. E on the tiles, isn't that something to do with cats? Let's give that a go. I think it's a Firebird game, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I can make anything I want at home. So doner kebab is the only kind of kebab you can't make exactly the same or better at home, depending where you live. It's all about the chili sauce, mate, and the garlic yogurt. It's not garlic mayonnaise. So that chili sauce, the authentic chili sauce from a top end London kebab restaurant, yeah, that's really important. If you don't have that, there's also another one which is literally just spices and tomatoes, and you have that with garlic yogurt. And what they do on that one, they chop up the pita bread and then they put the kebab meat on there, and then they ladle on the warm spicy tomato passata kind of thing, and then dribble on some garlic yogurt. Well, I like the cat. I really like the cat. As an aficionado of black cats, they're my favourite cats. That one is really nicely done, considering it's in multicolour mode. I think that's, and they got the pose really nice. It's really good. Yeah, so that reminds me, didn't finish off, but we're watching Lewis Wayne something. It's a new film with that guy. You know him, Benny, and I do know who the woman who plays the other major part in it. I do know who she is, but it's one of those people, like, I've seen her, I've seen stuff with her in it, but I can't remember her name. Anyway, I was watching that yesterday. I'm like, oh man, I thought it was supposed to be about cats. We're 40 minutes into it, and by 42 minutes into it, I was like, right. And I'm like, I'm going to watch that again tomorrow, because I was like, I've already sat through all this, so I'm just going to watch it from there onwards, I think, because so I can basically, as long as you don't miss the bit where his wife comes back and tells him something, I'm not going to ruin the film for you, which is around, I would say, the 40-minute mark. You might have to go 38 minutes, but you get the idea. It's a real shame about this picture. This picture needs to be done nicely. So, you know, the red and the light red tiles are nice, you know, grayscale moon there, extra large GTA San Andreas style. Yeah, the rooftops there, and definitely the skyline. You have to do something with the skyline. I'll see if I can get a sunset picture, and hopefully that website C64 Yourself is back up and running. I tried it a couple of months ago. I needed it for something and it just didn't work. But I do have another program that does that. It just takes longer. Can't remember what it's called now. Ham something or other, but it does not just Amiga stuff. It does C64 stuff, Spectrum, +4, which is really interesting. I don't think it does VIC-20, and it does all the weird modes that, you know, the Amiga does, but it's dead slow. it's written in Java, will only use a single core on your PC. Having said that, you can run 3 instances. I think it's actually called ham convert. So you can run 3 instances of it all together, and then, you know, although each one will take, you know, 4 times longer than it would if it was using all 4 cores on my PC, at least then I'm like, yeah, they're doing something back, getting value for money out of the electricity. But yeah, that's I suppose we'd go for slate tiles, so maybe black, dark grey and medium grey. And the greys, well, there's a bit of the picture that hasn't been finished, which is now annoying. The chimney stack shouldn't have blue in there. Combination of like maybe brown and red, pink, red and brown possibly. I'd definitely get rid of the moss there. So I'm trying to think, would you go grey, blue, light blue, or black? The problem with a C64 palette is there's a massive gap in colour space between black and the darkest grey. The darkest grey is like medium grey, which is what I painted the walls in the projector room. Yeah, do not waste money on a projector screen. I'll never bother doing a video about, you know, if you want to just use projectors, then, well, you're going to be on a bit of a budget, whoever you are, at some level. But it turns out it makes no difference whether you get the most expensive screen or you get the correct type of paint. There's 3. Yeah, we'll carry that on another day, never. Oh no, it's all gone downhill. Why has the cat got like a rubbish white outline? They should be the other way around. The white bit should be black. That looks terrible. Oh, Jesus Christ. The walking animation is nice, and the turning round. The jumps are too slow. Can I actually jump up there? Yeah, I can. Can I go in the rooms? Just let me see if I can go in the rooms, man. Oh no, it's not like Alley Cat on the Atari 800, which is one of the best games ever, and I don't think Maymeister played it the other day. Well, there's something on the floor there, so I don't know what the point of this game is. How would you get any higher? You certainly haven't got the handling of a kitten on this game, mate. Although he does, yeah, the jumps are just a little bit slow to react. There's a bit of a delay. It's not my plasma TV, mate. Old Faithful had a stint on this TV. Maybe you got to get up here. Well, you can't go on the guttering now. Is that what happened there? No. I really don't know what you've got to do. You can't go any higher than that, and I'm wasting lives trying to find that out. You start off with so much energy, you have failed to gain all of the territory. So do you have to literally just wander around the entire game? I wouldn't play it with this joystick ever again. Ideally, I'd find my action replay cartridge and change that white to black so the cat looks nice. It's a shame, really. They should have just gone with a high res black sprite. Yeah, I reckon. No one cares what I think, which is why I never do these videos like about the projector and that. Yeah, it turns out 720p Optoma projector and a tin of like medium grey paint. That's all you need, mate. No, I'm not going to play Narc. Narc isn't a multi-load, that's a bit weird. Maybe it is a multi-load, but only on one side. Ah, this. What's the difference between that and that then? Well, that's. I think this is NATO Commander. Right, I don't know actually. There is a game that begins with N that I bought like 50 copies of, brand new they were, for the Amstrad CPC. And I wanted a copy for the C64 and it was like, it's really difficult to find actually, so I don't have it. I'm sure it starts with NE. But I could be wrong, of course. Neighbours is a really fucking shit game. La 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 la. Which is that one by Mastertronic? That's the one I want. I think it is just called Ninja. If it comes up with a non-Micro, actually is it Firebird? No, I think it's Mastertronic because it came out on the Atari 8-bit as well, and Firebird did hardly any of those. It's a good thing I made a list of, you know, all the C64 games I have. It's 99, it's over 99% accurate. May only be one missing. So, and possibly none. I'm excluding games I had copies of, because there were so few, although I do remember most of those. I don't really count them, but games I actually bought, yeah, so. I seem to think it was called Ninja Master. So, no, there's no loading screen yet, which is unusual for Mastertronic. Even their early games had, is it this one? This one I'm thinking of. The one I'm thinking of is sort of halfway between, you know, a flip screen beat 'em up and Bruce Lee. Yeah, that doesn't sound great to me, but don't know if I've ever played the C64 version. Now this is Mastertronic, but I didn't think it was MAD. I thought it was just, could be Ninja Mission as well. That's the thing. I know it when I see it, and I know it most of all for the Amiga version, which is really rubbish graphically and technically. But they did port that onto the Arcadia arcade system, which used like an Amiga motherboard. None of the games on there were arcade quality because they didn't use the, you know, the 10 or so arcade quality Amiga games in there. They should have had Lotus 2 in there in a cabinet with a bit of extra coding, which I'm sure Sean Southern would have done on a very reasonable price, and licensed that from Gremlin, and like had like an analog steering wheel on it. I don't think you really need analog pedals because the handling was sort of like Ridge Racer on that anyway. One specific car on Ridge Racer, let's be correct about that. Is it Mappy? He's the one that had like orange, yellow and red in it, that one. Kind of bulbous shaped. It wasn't like the and it was one of the 4 that you get if you don't clear the Galaxians when you're loading it. Yeah, I had the Japanese version of Ridge Racer because I had the launch PS1. So you just booted it up with like a UK disc or even the demo disc that it come with, and then quickly you ejected the thing and swapped the discs while the motor was still spinning. I think you spin the disc when the second screen, like logo screen, comes up, not the first one. There's like the white background. So you quickly, I think you have to use a bit of blue tack and keep the, the drawer open, or disconnect out a sensor. It is this one. Giant Bruce Lee quality sprites. Ah, you can pick up the Ninja Star. See, I'm remembering. Yeah, my mate bought this for his Atari 800 XL. And he was so starved for software in the mid-80s, he kept insisting it's a good game. And he thought Warhawk was a 10 out of 10 game graphically. Hey, I picked up some things, can I? How do you fire the ninja thingies? I know you can fire ninja stars. Evil ninja, I'm the hero. Die, evil ninja, die. Is what I would have said with Sheridan Smith on my lap. Yes. I did date someone who looked a bit like Sheridan Smith. In the first or second season of 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please. Oh yes, some sort of trophy there for me. Ooh, that was a 1-inch punch from like 2 feet away. That takes out much more damage. So the graphics are shit on this game, but it's surprisingly playable. What we need to do is add Fist 2 level of graphics to it, which is kind of what the Arcadia version of this game, update to the Amiga original, did. It's quite nice, and you can run that on WinUAE. I'm pretty sure I have done that. We go upper screen, no. I'll do a poo on you, sir. Still not for children. This channel's never intended for children. So, up or down doesn't actually do anything other than make you crouch or jump. So we've killed all these people. Nah, I'm missing a trick here. There's no. There's something wrong here. Because we're going over the same places, aren't we? Yeah, because look, they're dead people. I see dead people. Right. Well, that didn't work out too well. Now we've got syringes and I'm a bit fucked up. Which is really a statement of, if you have too many drugs, that's what happens to you, mate. You get fucked up. Like a fucked up duck without the duck. You're just fucked up, mate. Oh, I know what Ninja Spirit is. No, thank you. So what's Ninja Master then? Anyway, that's what I remember about that game. There was something weird going on there because you can pick up the, the stars, but anyway. So anyway, I'm going to be watching that film. It's supposed to be like about this guy. He seems to be, I don't know, is it higher functioning autistic? You know, the ones that are like really good artists. Yeah, savant, is it? I think that's what they're called. It seems to be like that. He has like an overclocked brain, basically. He's anyway. Yeah, I'll be watching that because the beginning, the first few minutes, like, really, what did he do for cats? It's something to do with cats. I really don't know. And I only kept watching it because it wasn't a cheap film. I'm not going to say it's a full budget film. I believe it was made for Amazon Prime Video. That cocksucker earns billions every year. Billions every year. That's what he earns. Tens of billions, I believe. And that's profit. That's not turnover. So I don't know why he's not making Hollywood quality films. So there is an element of cheapness to it. Now, I'd prefer it was filmed on a real train rather than like a 70s movie with like blue screen, green screen for the the background. I mean, fuck me, I'm gonna do that when I build my workshop. We're gonna have my old BMW E30, which is the 1980 yuppie BMWs, the 3 Series. Not the M3. That's different. And we're going to do GTA style videos, and we're just going to use one of my 2 projectors. I might even buy another one actually. And basically, that's how they filmed the 2nd season of The Mandalorian. They projected onto a curved background, and they had the actors in front of it, and it gives you a much more natural looking effect. Because you do get the if you have a green screen and you film the actors, or even a blue screen, it does change their colours, so you have to mess about with the colours to get them back to like natural looking like skin colours, etc. And then you can digitally do it, but when they used to do it in the old days, so I didn't like that on the train. I mean, God's sake, just like, you make so much money, there's no excuse. And Netflix, yeah, Amazon Prime videos are no better than Netflix. And what the hell's going on with IMDb? Because IMDb TV, you know what they're championing? A fucking has-been Judge Judy show. Fuck you. I love movies. I love real TV shows, Lost, Dexter, proper TV shows, mate, where, it's filmed outdoors, expensive, it costs money. And they've decided to do that fucking Judge Judy style shit. And I think it is actually Judge Judy. I think it is her. They just changed the name. It's the same shit. And like, fuck you, IMDb. If you ain't got the fucking financial cock to start a TV channel, just leave it alone and move on. If IMDb were to make something, it would have to be, as far as budget goes, as good as Breaking Bad. Anything below that sort of level, interesting story, indoor real locations, not sets, actual buildings, places, and outdoor locations, and directing talent involved with cinematography going on, Those were what you expect from IMDb. I don't expect the kind of shit that clogs up daytime cable and satellite TV channels. Ooh, time that will. What does that mean? It better be bloody joystick first. Now, is this on the Atari 8-bit? This is shit. Oh no, it's this thing, isn't it? Now you've got to use diagonals. Oh, fucking hell. You've got to do it right at the right time, have you? I think you've just got it. That's a really shit game. It's like Cosmic Ark, basically. Well, one bit of Cosmic Ark. And it's like Dragon's Lair. You're only allowed like one move. Sorry, that was your first joystick input. I must accept your first joystick input. What is this? Fucking Blockbusters. I wish it was the real Blockbusters, the TV show. I wish I could go and challenge TV and still watch that. They stopped showing that 4 fucking years ago. Okay, that's the last one of that. Is Nexus any good? Nexus is a weird game. Actually, there was one game I'm thinking of now. And it's not on here. I was going to try Neuromancer, but it might be a disc only game. Never played Neuromancer. I don't think it's on the Amiga actually. So your options are C64 or a higher resolution but more disgusting sounding, possibly colour palette wise looking PC version, because I think it's EGA. Quite an early game. I think it's 1986. Yeah, Neuromancer is the kind of stuff they did after Rescue on Fractalus, Coronis Rift and the Eidolon, because Lauren Carpenter wasn't available anymore. And they couldn't really improve on his code. In fact, they just jerked about with his code. However, the mountains on Coronis Rift are actually faster than the mountains on Rescue on Fractalus on the C64, and the Eidolon on the C64 and Atari are the same speed. It's only Rescue on Fractalus, written by that knob who wrote Seamus for the C64, who did the conversion. That's the only one that's that bad. Fart noises because they're all shit. Or I've done them already actually. Rainbow Warrior, go on then. At this point I'd like to point out I have a 3 litre 6-cylinder engine on my car and it's running rich, and to people from slightly older generation than me, it's like having a choke full on while you're driving. I was going to have that engine decoked, but yeah, that could be a bit of a problem. Actually, I think the camera's going to run out anyway, so I might have to stop that right there, sir. Here we go. Right, it's, is this instructions to the game or just the spirit of the Rainbow Warrior is in all of us, all of them, and that is what this game is about. Well, tell me what it's about, sir. Game design and you're not going to tell me. I don't believe Greenpeace have ever advocated, you know, 100% use of contraception every time unless you specifically want to have a kid and not to have more than 2 kids. So, god damn it. I specifically turned the camera off, you bastard. What kind of... Right, this is an early sort of game. Well, certainly I don't think it's a 1990 game. And we're already straight into a multi-load with 1984 sort of graphics, I reckon. Yeah, not very good for 1984. They're not the best of the best. Not like Iceman on Top Gun. Will I watch Top Gun? None of that. Oh, the graphics have improved. That's nice. But what's the game going to be like? Will I understand anything about the game? Is the camera going to run out? Will I have time to tell you that another great weight saving tip is if you can have 2 slices of buttered bread with your soup, your healthy soup, then you should only butter one of the slices and just slop the other one on top, and you wouldn't even notice the difference. There you go, mate. You wouldn't have the negative mental aspect of the fact that you had to scrape a millimetre, no, a micrometre, you know, thickness of butter somehow on the bread. No, just butter one side normally. For a normal person, maybe not you. You might have like loads of butter on your bread, in which case you're fucked anyway. You might as well just get one of those funeral clams from now if you like. You know, I have bacon and eggs cooked in butter every day for breakfast, and yeah, one day you're just going to be fucked, mate. And the day after that you probably won't even wake up. Anyway, let's try and be positive. This is for Greenpeace. So yeah, managed to get that in there. Will we get any actual gameplay in there? Will you ever see any gameplay of this game? Will I see this game, which loads after the camera's run out of battery power, and then decide I'm never going back to that again, and you never get to see it? Okay. So I'm a dolphin. What have I got to do though? So it's not Echo the Dolphin. Did this come out before Echo the Dolphin? So what am I supposed to do then?